Welcome to the BizNation podcast, proudly brought to you by Zinc Business Solutions, your home for micro and small business support. If you're looking for support in your business, join us on Facebook at Micro and Small Business Support Group. Here is your host, Kerry Zarb, to bring you interviews, hints and tips to help get you set in your business. We hope you enjoy today's episode.
Today's episode is sponsored by Spend With Us, the platform to purchase your Christmas gifts from over 600 rural and regional businesses from Australia's premier online marketplace for rural and regional businesses, giving you great options for some or all of your Christmas gifts, including site-wide gift cards. Visit spendwithus.com.au and the link is also in today's show notes. Welcome to episode 31 of the BizNation podcast. And today I want to talk to you about bouncing back in business. So it's actually an amazing time here in Victoria at the moment. The vibe is just buzzing. It's been the first week back to business for a lot of small business owners, and it's pretty well done and dusted. But really we need to start thinking just a bit beyond this first week back. And what I want to talk to you about is being found in business. So Victoria's reopened, and as we know, New South Wales, Queensland, everyone's been slowly getting back to business to somewhat normal. But what I really want to focus on in today's episode is talking about being found and also your customer service. So I think right now there's around about 5 weeks left until Christmas, which is just insane. If anyone else is thinking what I'm thinking, it feels like we just had Christmas because the last 8 or 9 months have just been such a write-off. So we really need to, as business owners, focus on a couple of core things at this time with this manic rush that's coming for Christmas. And it's going to be, I think, one to remember. Like none of us will actually be even able to comprehend what's going to happen, particularly in Victoria. You've now got customers coming back into your store. People are still shopping online. So now we've got all spaces humming like crazy. And with only 5 weeks to go, it's just going to be epic. I cannot see the next 5 weeks are going to fly. Let's be honest. I don't know about anybody else. I haven't even thought about my Christmas shopping. And at this stage, we still don't even know what Christmas actually looks like as far as catching up with family or friends. So that's another area of a little bit of, uncertainty at this time. So one of the things that I think, and I'm pretty sure and hopefully has already occurred, is getting together with your team or even just yourself and your small team of staff and talking about your customer service. With this epic rush to Christmas, I think it's going to be more important than ever to make sure that our customer service is on point. We want to treat our customers like absolute gold this year more than ever. And the reason for this is because people are wanting to come out. They want to enjoy their time out. We've all been cooped up for so long here in Victoria that going to a local restaurant or a cafe or even some kind of retail store, it's really quickly going to turn if people don't get the customer service that they deserve. They're excited to come out. They want to come and see you. They want to spend money with you. And sadly, if they don't get the experience that they're looking for, I think this year, as probably even more than other years, it's really going to leave a bad taste in their mouth and possibly really damage the reputation of your business. So given that, Victorian businesses have been back for a week, I'm hoping that you've had that conversation with your team. And if you haven't, now more than ever, you really need to have that conversation ASAP, making sure that your customers are valued and that they feel special. This year, more than other years, they really want to feel special. They're so excited to come out. They, I said before, they want to come and see you. So make sure that they get the treatment that they deserve, because trust me, that good word, I think right now, is just gold. Like, I think people will want to share their experiences because, like I said, they've been cooped up, they've been dying to get out. Now they can. So they want to have a good experience and they want to share that with their friends. So right now, customer service just really needs to be on point. And the other thing is the online space. Just because bricks and mortar stores are reopening doesn't mean that our online customer service needs to drop. There's no time to relax. If you're selling products online, you're, obviously ramping up into the Christmas sales. So now more than ever, your customer service online needs to be on point as well. So just don't forget how important that is in your business. I don't want to dive into all of the details and, fine tune into the nitty gritty, but I think it's just one of those moments in time. Everyone's going to remember, particularly in Victoria, we're going to remember this time and we're going to remember how awesome it felt. Like it's like we've all been in prison and suddenly we've been released into society. So again, I stress whether it's online or bricks and mortar, making sure that your customer service is on point. The other point that I want to make today is our online presence. So whether you're bricks and mortar or an online store, obviously for online stores, you've been working on this for some time. You're out there, you're being found, everything looks amazing. But for the bricks and mortars store, some of us might have pulled back a little bit on this area of the business because, let's face it, our doors were closed. We didn't have revenue coming in. We weren't serving our customers. So it's really easy to have let our online systems, our social medias, or our websites maybe lapse a little bit. And right now, I think is the perfect time, if you haven't done it already, to have your website refreshed and make sure that all of your links are working. Make sure that you've got your Google My Business, you're being found, your social media. If you can't do it all the time, just do it as much as you possibly can and really make that presence known, because people are looking for places to go. They want to find you. People are looking for new experiences. As much as it's nice to go back to our favourite cafe and our favourite restaurant, there's also an epic opportunity for people to find new places to go and new places to see. And they're willing to travel. The 25-kilometre radius in Victoria has been lifted. So we can go. We can get in the car and go for a drive and find those places and find the secrets. I think you'll remember on last week's episode with Joe Simino, he actually had the classic situation, and we popped it into some short clips. You cannot sell a secret. So make sure that you're showing up online. Make sure your website's okay at the very least and at least functioning well. But hopping onto socials, do little things in and around your store or your cafe, team videos of, making a coffee or serving someone their meal would just be amazing to show. And people want to see this at the moment. Online and social media has exploded in the last 8 or 9 months. So people are looking, people are watching, and they really want to find you. So behind the scenes, in store, be present, take videos, take still shots, whatever you can possibly do to make sure that your business is found by new clients as well. But again, going back to the customer service, don't forget that it costs a business a lot more money to acquire a new customer versus an existing customer. And that's why I started with customer service, because it's really important that you understand and value your current customers. New customers are great. We treat them all the same. Everyone gets the red carpet, but make sure that your existing customers or your, the ones that you haven't seen for 9 months, but you remember from January or February, are certainly front of mind and getting your best attention. So everyone in Victoria at the moment is super excited, and we really need to show our customers that we care and that we value them, and make sure if for nothing else, for yourself and your well-being, that you take a breath, actually sit down, think about your core values, go back to why you started your business, because it's great to reopen your doors, but don't forget what you're there for and what your original plan was for your business. And just, touch base with your team, make sure that everybody's on the same page and that, you're dressed for success and dressed to impress. Make sure that everybody knows that you actually want to welcome them back. And I'm sure that's coming naturally at the moment as well. So the other thing that I wanted to touch on, and I have spoken about this, and I had a special guest in a previous episode about your social media chat space. So for those that are active on social media, and many of us are, don't forget to be checking your messages. So if you've got a cafe or a restaurant and you've got an online booking system attached to your website, that's all ticking along in the background. But at the moment, there could be a larger amount of questions or inquiries coming through your chat spaces. So it might even just be your Facebook page that's actually receiving messages from clients, asking about particular dates to book. I've actually heard at the moment that some cafes and restaurants are booked out until January and February. And, it's just amazing to hear these stories. But don't forget to check your messages. If you can't be on your message system and how people are contacting you throughout the day, make sure you're checking it of an evening. It's so important to stay in touch and answer those inquiries and make sure that you're again reflecting how excited we are to be back in business, both online and face-to-face. And the other thing I wanted to touch on is we want to look at some positives. So at the moment, with so much this crazy frenzy coming into Christmas, and again, I mentioned before, it's going to be epic, it's going to be insane, but just remember to look after yourself, look after your team, and that'll help you look after your customers. So it's really the time to make sure that, you're getting well rested, getting sleep, well nourished, all that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, if, the wheels fall off the cart, then you're really going to be in some serious trouble. And it's not the time that you want that to happen during this, this buzz and this hum that's in our community. So just to recap for everyone, make sure that you're, online, you're present, you're still at least doing some minimal, social media. Make sure that all of your little buttons on your website are working. Make sure you and your team are providing that amazing customer service, because people want to find you, they want to come and see you, and they want to tell their friends. So I think this year, maybe more than other years, is really the time to shine. So I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. It's something that I really wanted to talk about as soon as possible, and I really couldn't wait to do this episode, because for those businesses in Victoria, it's just such an amazing time, and I'm so pleased that so many have been able to reopen their doors. So don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave me a rating or a review, and I'd love to actually hear from you. Please leave me your name and your business name, because I'd love to give a shout out in a future episode. Take care, everyone.
Thanks for joining us for the BizNation podcast, proudly brought to you by Zinc Business Solutions, your home for micro and small business support. You can find us at zincbusinesssolutions.com.au. Tune into future episodes for more interviews, hints and tips to help get you set in your business. Until next time, stay safe, stay well.